Hi everyone, my name is Jenna and welcome to my channel Divine Direction. In this video, we are going to be doing a pick a symbol reading to find out what your theme song is for this summer. So take a moment and choose a symbol, whichever one resonates with you the most. You can pick more than one if you feel guided to, and find the corresponding timestamps down below. Now remember, this is a general reading, so please take what resonates and leave the rest. And as always, please listen to your own intuition above all else. Okay, so group number one. Okay, so first of all, I'm not going to have any cards in this reading, which is kind of weird. For me, I've done channeled messages before, but I fully thought that I was going to be doing a spread for you today, and I woke up this morning after having a dream and having some visions about your group specifically, but also the other groups as well. So this is going to be a channeled message, which is why I have my notebook, and I channeled a lot, so I'm going to have to read from it a little bit, so I hope you don't mind. Okay, so, and I feel that this is significant for your group, and I'll talk about it a little bit, but I want to focus more on you, okay? So the song that I channeled for you for this summer is Hey Look Ma, I Made It by Panic at the Disco. And it's not going to be the whole song, but I'm really focusing on the title and also focusing on the chorus that says, Hey, look, Ma, I made it. Everything's coming up aces. If this is a dream, don't wake me. Okay? So that's what we're focusing on with this song, and I absolutely love this for you. So first of all, they showed me myself, which in this scenario, I am you, okay? They showed me, I don't know how to describe this. I wish I could just like show you images in my head, but I was a police officer and I was fully dressed up in uniform with the hat and the tie and everything from head to toe. And I was standing kind of like, okay, they're telling me auditorium. I was kind of standing on a stage, I felt, but there were different tiers where there was other people that were standing around me, but they were blurred out, and it was like I was just focusing on myself, which is a message in there of itself, but so they were focusing on me, and my first thoughts of this imagery was like, you know, being a police officer is something that I never thought I could do. Like, it's just not something that I could do. I don't know how they do it. I honestly don't. I'm very empathic and I feel very deeply for others, and it's like I couldn't imagine the pain and all the things that they see and hear about, and like I couldn't imagine it, right? I couldn't. So to me, in this scenario with me being a police officer, like I was smiling and I was happy and I was proud of myself. So it's like you may have accomplished something or become something that you thought in the past that you never could have been able to do or be or have. So I thought that was really amazing. It's like you felt proud of yourself, and that's what I'm seeing and feeling with that imagery. It's like we're proud of ourselves for whatever this is. And the thing is, like with me, they're like making me feel like, hey, I look good in this uniform, right? And that's like, that is not something that this girl has ever thought. I could probably count the number of times that I thought that I may have looked okay. But looking good like that, I was like, damn, I look good. So to me, it's like, it's not necessarily about the exterior, but you are feeling things about yourself and about your accomplishments, this sense of pride that you probably never felt before. And that's what they're making me feel with that. Like, they would not just bring that up for no reason. So I feel that it's mostly inner, but you may be feeling like, damn, look at me. I look pretty damn good right now. And you're feeling good too, is what they're saying. Okay. So with you being at this, I kind of felt like it was a ceremony. I didn't feel like you were graduating, and I feel like you had already been working at the job for some time. I don't want to say like that you were an officer in this case, and obviously this is just like an example, but I didn't feel like it had been like a long time, but it hadn't been a short time. So I'm not really sure, but this felt like a ceremony where you were being celebrated for your achievements, which is really awesome. They're giving me the chills. So yeah, you were being celebrated for your achievements, and I love that the spotlight was on you because we're focusing on you, and I feel like you're focusing on yourself too. Because part of this, it's like there's all these other people around you who are all dressed up, and officers as well, but it's like we're not looking at competition. There's no competition, and it's not like we're thinking highly of ourselves in this case. We're not cocky or anything like that. It's just like, you know, I'm focused on what I'm doing and I'm proud of myself, so nothing else really matters, right? It's not about cutting people down. It's not trying to be better than someone else. You feel good about yourself and you know that you've done well, and that's all that matters, right? So that's all we're focusing on. I also feel with the spotlight being on you, it's like other people are celebrating your accomplishments. And again, like this could be anything. Like to me, this could be you working on starting a business. It could be you just conquering like your inner self and being like, wow, I feel proud of myself. Like, I think about myself and how I feel it within me, but maybe others don't see it, but they're starting to, is what my guides are saying. And people are going to be starting to speak it. And I've said this in my other videos too, where people are going to be telling you that they're proud of you. They're going to be telling you that they notice a difference in you. And I just really love that. Because when you are working so hard on yourself, which is what I feel that you have been doing, and so working so hard on accomplishing something, especially something that you never thought that maybe you'd be able to do, it's like you deserve that praise. And that's what they're saying, especially with this song, like, hey, look, Ma, I made it. Other people celebrating you, but not being afraid to say, like, look what I've done. Look what I've accomplished. And again, you're not bragging. It's like other people are going to say that they did this and that. Why can't you? Why can't you say that? Be proud of yourself. And it's okay to say, like, look how far I've come in my life. Look at where I used to be and look at where I am now. And that's really important. I feel that you have that sense of pride, and I love that for you. And they're saying, don't be afraid to say, hey, I made it, look at me. Because they also said, if you show people how far you've come, you're inspiring them, right? It's not, again, with blurring out the other people, it's not about competition. It's not about like, I'm better than you are. No, I'm just focused on me, and that's okay. In this case, focused on you is super, super good. So that's what they're making me feel with the spotlight. And then it's time for you to be celebrated. Okay, so the next part that I'm going to be talking about, so this is also part of my dream, right? Where I had a dream, like this is incorporated, but so I was the police officer, and I had a job where my station was far, like it wasn't close to where I lived, but I didn't have a vehicle. So, but somehow I kept showing up for work every day. I made it happen. I made it work myself, right? So if I don't know how the heck I got there in my dream, they just made me feel like, okay, I don't have a car. I don't drive or whatever. But somehow I got to work every day. I showed up on time. I did this and that. It's like, to me, you showed up for whatever this is, whether it was becoming a police officer or some kind of profession, whether it's even just like showing up for workouts, okay, and building up your inner confidence there. Whatever this is that you've been working on, you kept showing up. You kept showing up. And that's so important. And they always tell me, Jenna, consistency is key. Consistency is key. And you've been consistent and you made it happen. How do I want to say that? Despite the odds, you have made that happen. They weren't giving me the words because I got to do it myself. They said, got to do it myself. Okay, so your determination has paid off, and this is what you're being celebrated for. This is what you're feeling proud of yourself for. You showing up for yourself, which is really amazing. I also saw you, or me in this case, in the line of duty. And so it's like, okay, I saw myself with a gun, and it's like there were cars on the road, but they were stopped. And I was kind of like weaving in between them because I guess we were looking for a suspect or something of that nature. I don't really know the whole details, but it was kind of like I was there. And if I had my gun out, that means that something may happen. But I wasn't afraid. I was still, I felt confident in myself and my abilities. I wasn't afraid to do what I was doing at that time and place. All right, so that's what they're making me feel. It's like you have that confidence, and you're not going to waver. It doesn't matter what's thrown at you. I feel that you have the strength to do it, and you also have the grace to do it, which I love. I love feeling that for you. So I definitely felt that your confidence is growing, and I'm probably going to repeat that like a million times because I just felt that. And what they made me feel, it's like so with the situation of me being out in the field as a police officer, it's like every time that you put yourself into situations, your confidence is going to grow. And so it's like, how do I want to put this? Oh, right. Okay. So they're saying when you put yourself out there, it's like you're learning what you're made of. So again, with me never thinking that I could be an officer, I was one in that case. And it's like I was finding what I was made of. So that's another message right there where it's like, don't sell yourself short or limit yourself and tell you can never be anything, because you could put yourself in that situation and you could find out that you're damn good at it, all right? And that's what I'm getting. Like, I just remember when I was younger, I did one science class in grade 9. I almost failed it. I hated it with a passion. And then at the kind of the end of 2019, beginning of 2020, I took a chemistry class. I never took one before in my life, and I took a grade 12 chemistry class, and it was hard, but I got 96% in it. And my guides are like, don't tell me you can't do anything. Like, I told myself since high school, like, I'm not a scientist. I do not understand this stuff, and I will never get it. Well, I proved myself wrong there. And that's the thing. It's like, don't tell yourself that you can never be a police officer or whatever, okay? Don't tell yourself that you'll never be a millionaire or a billionaire, because you can. It's all about the determination and you constantly showing up, and that's what you're doing. And I feel that you're realizing this now. It's like, yeah, they're nodding my head. There's a realization that you can accomplish anything that you put your mind to it. You just have to keep going. You have to keep going and have that belief in yourself. And it's like you might get knocked down, but you just keep getting up, and that's what you've been doing. I love that. Discovering what you're made of. So amazing. Okay, so um, with me telling you about me just channeling this, it's not just because, yeah, I'm going to be reading my notes for this and you're not going to be seeing the cards like I show you. But in this case, they're kind of like, I had this conversation with my guides earlier in the week where I was working with a client who wanted a written reading. So I was kind of just talking out loud. And as I've been going along with my readings, I'm finding more and more of my spiritual gifts. And the channeled messages that I had for this individual were a lot more than I've ever received for anyone else. And while I'm channeling and talking into this recorder, my guides are like, Jenna, you don't need the cards. You don't need the cards. And I was kind of like, okay, but like, this is how we do it, so whatever. And I just went on with it, and they didn't say anything more to me. And then this morning I wake up channeling your message, right? So to me, this is what, and they wanted me to talk about this briefly. But they were saying it's like the cards, like having the cards is all well and good, but they're kind of comparing it to me taking off the training wheels, right? So it was good for me to develop my skills and to be able to develop symbolism and that sort of thing. But they're saying, Jenna, you don't need it because you're channeling the messages anyways, right? It's just kind of like a touch point. I don't really know exactly how they want me to phrase that, but that's what they're making me feel. And what I kind of felt with you in the officer scenario, it's like we went from riding a bike with training wheels to being like, oh, wait, but I could ride a motorcycle and own it. So it's like there was this big jump, and it wasn't a big jump in reality, but it feels like a big jump. Like I went from this bike to this motorcycle. So that's what they're making me feel. Like, whew. Okay. Anyways, enough of that analogy. But yeah, like, again, with don't sell yourself short or don't limit yourself, because there's going to be things that pop up and you're going to be like, wow, I never knew I could do that. But they say this is a year about discovering yourself and what's in you, what passions you have, what gifts you have. And I really felt that for 2021 and moving forward as well. But this year, they always stress this year is about like letting those passions, those talents that we have and combining them with our life experiences and making them into something beautiful. Okay, so the next vision that I had of you, it was like kind of like a shipping container, but there was no top. All right, so it was like a big metal bin and it was full. Absolutely full of water and you couldn't see the bottom. But you were standing in the middle of this shipping container. You were standing on the water. You were not sinking. You were just there. And the way that you felt to me was like a sense of peace. But I also felt that it's like when you go on a hike and you go to the top of the mountain or the ridge or whatever, and you look below and you just admire the scenery, but also like, look how far I've come to hike all the way up here. And that's what I felt with you. I felt a sense of peace and look how far I've come. So with you standing on water, especially deep water, I feel like you've mastered your emotions. And I think that's amazing because it's like, I kind of feel like you're unshakable. Like someone may say something to you and you could be like, ugh, like I don't like that this person said this. But at the same time, as I said, with strength and grace, it's like you can calm yourself down and be like, and reply back to someone with a sense of grace. And they're making me feel like I was doing this the other day. Although I wouldn't say with grace, but some people kind of attacked some of my beliefs, and I was like, no, you know what? I could crouch down and be like, no, but there were so many things that I wanted to say that maybe weren't the nicest things to say to these people, but I was like, no, I'd feel really bad if I said that, so I kind of erased them because it was online, and I was like, okay, I'm going to say this with as much grace as possible and just say, okay, this is my opinion. You had your opinion, this is my opinion, and okay, let's just part ways because this isn't going anywhere. And I just feel like no matter what, you have that strength and that grace, and you're kind of unshakable in that way. You know who you are, you're proud of who you are, and someone could tell you that you sucked at your job or something like that, and you're like, yeah, I don't really believe you. Like, if I'm feeling it, I know it's true. You know what I mean? And that's really important and really beautiful, and I love that. Okay, and what I also was kind of feeling for you in that sense of you, like, no matter what life throws at you, no matter what anyone throws at you, you have the strength to do it. You know that now, but I also kind of felt like that, throw me to the wolves and I'll come back leaving the pack. And they're giving me chills with that, but I love that saying. It's like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They're showing me the word chemistry. Okay, I had to do chemistry to try to get into a college program. I freaking did it. I didn't want to. I freaking did it. Okay, so somebody throws that at you, you do it, and you master it, whatever it is. And it doesn't matter how long it takes you. It doesn't matter if you ask for help. They're showing me the word tutor, because I got a tutor just to kind of check my work to make sure that I was on the right track. And it's like, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You will find the way, okay? You will find a way. And again, they're making me feel, remember how in this scenario you were working as a police officer and you didn't have a car, but you found your way there. Doesn't matter what happens, you will find a way. Same with your goals. And they're nodding my head. Yeah. You can do anything, honey. That's what they're saying. You can do anything. You set your mind to it, because you will find a way. And especially if you ask your spiritual team to help you, they will help make a way for you, okay? All right, so group number 1. Oh, there's some more I wanted to say before I go, though. There was another song that I kind of channeled for you, and it was just a little lyric for it. And it's the song Mine by, I think it's Felix Cartel, I don't know. I'm not hip with the new music. But anyways, there was a line in it where Sophie Simmons sings, I remember seeing you in Amsterdam last fall. I almost didn't recognize the person you've become. And again, with the spotlight imagery, I can't believe I almost forgot to say this. People are going to be drawn to you. And it's like, they, not in a bad way, but it's like they almost can't believe like how far you've come in your life. And I kind of feel that you could be going to the grocery store and running into someone you haven't seen in years and then be like, wow, you look good. You look happy. Like, I'm so proud of you. And you telling someone, oh, hey, yeah, well, I'm doing this now. And they'll be like, wow. You know, I just feel that people are going to be very proud of you. They're going to be seeing that, as I said, they're going to be noticing these changes within you. And especially with Mercury retrograde coming up, like, that's when even more people from your past are going to be coming up, right? So, could be past relationships, people coming up and just seeing you and being like, wow, like, look at you. And not necessarily like them being like, hey, want to get back together. I mean, in some cases it could be, but just like, wow, you know, look at you. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. And I'm going to cry because I just think that it's going to be so genuine. So genuine. God, they always want to make me cry. Okay? Another thing is, though, I'm kind of getting the feeling that some people might come back and be like, you know, those people that when you're in the spotlight and you're doing well, whether it's like wealthy or in some cases, like maybe you lost weight or you changed your hair and they're just thinking, hey, you look hot. Like, I kind of feel like you're all of those things. Like, this is a glow up. Your inner is like reflecting in your outer. Not that it didn't before, but you know, there's just something when you have confidence, it just like radiates out of you. They're saying it's oozing out of you. They're using the word oozing. So it's oozing out of you and your light is just bright. And they kind of made me feel that this light that you are shining is going to attract people. And some of the people won't have the best intentions, but you are at a point in your life where you can determine who's good for you and who isn't. And I really love that. I love that you're at a place where it's like, I'm unshakable. I love me, and no matter who comes around, I know if they're good for me or not. And I'm just focused on me and my growth, and I'm going to be proud of me, okay? So that's all the messages I really had for you, group number 1. Be proud of yourself and allow yourself to tell people your accomplishments. Again, they're showing me someone in the grocery store, running into someone from high school. Tell them what you've been up to. Don't be afraid to tell them how far you've come, because it's something to be proud of, no matter what it is that you have done. I can feel the inner growth that you've had, and it's something to be very proud of, okay? All right, pile number 1, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if it resonates, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye. Okay, so pile number 2. Okay, so as I explained in pile number 1, I actually meant to do this as a full spread, but I ended up channeling messages this morning, so that's why I have a notebook instead of cards, okay? So if I wrote a lot for yours, and it's very messy, so I might have to focus a little more on my notebook than I want to for this, but anyways, okay. So, all right. So first of all, with yours, like the others before, the song was the first thing that came out. And with yours, it's like I had to work for it, I guess, in a way. Like my guides were not giving it to me. They were not giving it to me. And so I'm going to kind of explain why and then come back and give you the song, all right? So, some of the messages that I channeled were mostly for yours and group number 1 were while I was kind of in that sleeping state. So I guess kind of meditative in a way, but so they were showing me imagery of you as a snake. And if you don't like snakes, I'm sorry, but this is how it came out. So I kind of felt like with them showing me the snake, first of all, I felt that you were shedding your past, you've left that behind, and that you're also leaving behind old patterns, okay? So I felt like you were just focused on moving forward towards the future, right? So we're leaving the past behind. Now, in the imagery, you as the snake, you were just gliding forward. You were moving at a rapid pace, and your head was actually up. And so to me, it's like your head was held high. You had this determination in your eyes, but it also seemed like you were smiling. So I don't know if snakes could smile, but you were smiling. Like there was a grin on your face. So whatever it is that you're moving towards, this goal, you are happy. Like you are focused on it and you are happy. So I thought that was really great. You know where you're going, and I felt that nothing can stop you. Like absolutely nothing's gonna stop you from this. All right. So they kind of showed me, like when I was doing the channeling and seeing the imagery, they kept putting up images that just didn't matter. I'm like, what the heck? This has nothing to do with it. Like let's get to it, guys. Like this is just filler. Let's get to what I'm actually supposed to channel. So I kind of feel like you are not being distracted by what doesn't matter. Like you are laser focused on whatever it is that you're moving towards. So that's really good. Like you're not allowing other people's thoughts or opinions or anything like that distract you. And it's easy to be distracted in life because so much goes on. There's so many people around. even just like watching the news or like with YouTube and getting distracted into all of these like cat videos or something, right? But like I just feel that you are not distracted by what doesn't matter, which is awesome. And I also felt that you weren't getting frustrated by any hiccups that were coming up. It's like, okay, something might come up and it's like, oh, I'll just deal with it, right? Because I was in bed, I was typing this out on my phone, and I somehow hit it where it added in like a chart or something. I'm like, what the heck? But I'm like, okay, whatever. Like I was unfazed by it, right? So sometimes my guides, yeah, they're not in my head. Sometimes they have things happen to me, like me tripping over my sandals while I'm channeling, to give me a sense of how someone feels. So I channeled for someone at the beginning of the week that I tripped over my sandals. I was very, very frustrated, right? Whereas in your case, I don't feel frustrated at all. It's just kind of like, oh, blip, okay, I can just erase that, whatever, and moving forward. So we're not like focusing on the negative aspects that could be really little. We're not focusing on that. We're just like, okay, we're moving forward. And I also felt like whatever this is, like you're hungry for it. Like it's like you have this hunger within you and you can't wait until you get to this big cake or whatever it is at the end. So you have this hunger. And as I was saying, like whatever, if something takes your attention away from this goal for whatever reason, like maybe it's life responsibilities, like, okay, I have to clean the house today, or something comes up where it's like, okay, my friend asked me to help them do this. Even if it's something like, again, like we get distracted by so much, we could get distracted by so much. If it takes your attention away, I feel that you're like, you realize it and you're like, snap back. Like, okay, no, ooh, no, nice try, but not today. Okay, it's still focused on this. Okay, and what's meant for you and what isn't, which is awesome. So, that again with like, my guides kind of showed me, they sent me a few songs. And I was like, no, that doesn't fit. No. And sometimes they'll just send me one song. I'm like, yeah, this is it. This is the song. But with you, I'm like, no. They sent me Born to Be Wild. And they also sent me Elton John's I'm Still Standing. And I was like, no, this doesn't fit. I kind of felt at the beginning that a classic rock song would really work for you, but I just couldn't think of it. I didn't end up choosing a classic rock song, but I'll get to that in a minute. But it's like, in that case, so other people's opinions, again. So someone could tell you like, okay, so say you're working towards a business. They could give you an idea like, hey, I think you should do this. And you can listen to them and be like, nah. And I feel like right away, like, nah, that doesn't work for me, but thank you. Like, I appreciate your input, but no, I know exactly what I'm doing. Or someone could be like, have you ever tried maybe thinking going down this path? And you're like, nah, I know exactly what I'm doing. I know where I'm going, and I know it because I feel it. I feel that this is right. So that's what I've got here. And someone could be trying to convince you of one way, and you're like, no. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if they're an expert in something. Like, if they're showing me, like, even a doctor, someone who has a doctorate in something, and they're like, well, this is how things are done. But they're also showing me, in some cases, where doctors have said, oh, this person will never talk. This person will never walk again. This person's going to die probably by the age of 5. And how many times have people surpassed that? Like, living full lives or walking and talking. It's like, this person can be an expert in something, but if you feel it in your heart or you have that determination, which I feel that you have, you can break through other people's limitations and you can even break through your own. And that's what I'm feeling. With this shedding the past and leaving things in the past, you have broke through your own limitations for yourself, and that's amazing. I also have that you're not trying to force things. So you're listening to your intuition, which is what I was talking about. It's like when I was trying to think of the song, I'm like, okay, like, when's this coming? And I could, part of me thought, I can sit here and try to think of songs that are about being determined and that sort of thing, but I didn't want to push it. It just didn't feel right. So again, we're going with what feels right. We're not forcing. We're letting things happen smoothly. It's like I said with you gliding, right? I could have said that a million different ways, but I feel like you're gliding through this. It's like this flow. Just it's easy. It's this easy, like not super easy, but it just feels easy, right? Because we're not going against our intuition or our beliefs. We're not fighting on anything. It's just smooth sailing. Okay. I also have you using your time wisely, which is amazing. Again, with being laser focused, like I just feel that you're not wasting your time on what doesn't matter, which I kind of talked about before, but they were showing me even having meaningless conversations with people, right? So it's like, you know where you want to put your energy now. And anything that doesn't really suit it, it's not like you're being rude, but it's kind of like, okay, I know that I don't really want to have this conversation. So, what they're kind of showing me with me, like, this is embarrassing, but, but I tried an online dating app just to kind of dip my toe in the water because I haven't dated in a while. And so I'm talking to some people, and some of them are really nice, and you can have good conversations with people. But at the same time, like, there's other nice people where I'm kind of like, you know, I don't want to be rude, but I'm wasting my time talking to you because I don't feel compatible with you. And I honestly would rather work on building my business. So you're listening to that. It's like, it doesn't have to be about dating, but you know, if you're doing something, you feel like you're wasting your time with it. Like even just watching TV, right? So maybe you're watching a show that you used to love to watch and they're showing me Big Brother. And just being like for me, because last summer I didn't watch it at all. I had other things that I wanted to do that I felt were more important, and I'm not saying anything bad about the show or anything or TV, but it's like there's things that maybe you used to enjoy, but now you're like, no, I have more important things to do. Maybe I'd rather read about something. Maybe I'd rather work on creative projects. Like, again, laser focused. So the next part was kind of funny because they showed you again as the snake, but it's like people kept popping out, kind of like, I don't want to say like whack-a-mole, but like it's just like they're popping out while you were gliding by, and this person pops out and you're like, without even looking at them, you're like avoiding them and you're going like this, and there's a person here and a person here and a person here and an advertisement there. So again, it's like you are on, like you are you're so focused on what you're doing that these distractions aren't distracting you. Advertisements, blah, 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 blah. And it was so funny. And you were kind of dodging them like a boxer would dodge a hit, you know? So to me, they could be, again, like other people's opinions and that sort of thing. But I just thought it was so funny. And I wish I could show you how I was interpreting it, like how I was seeing that. But I just love that. Okay. Oh, I also felt that, especially with snakes, like if they felt threatened, they might and bite you. And I kind of felt with you, it's like if somebody maybe attacked you, like again, with talking about maybe somebody's beliefs or something, or what you're doing, and they're just like, no, I don't think you're gonna make it, bud. I just kind of feel that you wouldn't attack them. You would just kind of calm yourself and be like, and you would respond with your thoughts and your feelings and your opinions in such a level-headed way. And I kind of talked about this in pile number 1 or group 1. It's like we're unshakable, completely unshakable, and it doesn't matter. Like, nothing else matters when you are this focused on your goal, right? So if anyone says anything to us, if anything pops in our way, whether it's a person or a distraction or a hiccup, it's like, nope, 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 no, which I love. I absolutely love that. Okay, so that's like basically, I mean, it's kind of the same thing that I was repeating, but I just really wanted to reiterate all that they showed me because I felt that it was so important. The song that I came up for you, and that's another thing with the songs, okay? So they weren't really they were giving me their opinions, but then at the end they were kind of like, Jenna, you don't even need a song. These people don't even need a song. They're that focused, but they were kind of like, it's up to you, girly. This is like, you're the one who's in control here, so you know what's best. And the song that I came up for you was The Champion by Carrie Underwood featuring Ludacris. I love that song. I find it very motivational, but also like, I love the part when they talk about being unstoppable, because I really felt that for you, that energy, you're so determined. I feel that you're unstoppable. And I love the line that says, go ahead and put your bets on me. Because to me, that's such a power statement, a very confident statement. You know that you can accomplish this, that you're saying, hey, everyone, you can bet on me because I am doing this and nothing's stopping me. So I really, really love that song for you and speaking about your determination, okay? The last thing I'm just going to say is I felt a message for you because even though I was seeing you as a snake, all of a sudden I was seeing this image of this lion, and it was in this giant cardboard box, and it had like flyers and crumpled up newspaper in it, and it was just kind of like in the box having fun. And I was like, what is going on here? But then I realized, so what they're saying here, now I kind of got the feeling that you know when to rest. Like, I feel that you're in that flow, right? So you're determined and you're working towards whatever goal this is. And when your body's tired, you know when to rest. But they're kind of saying, but do you know when to have fun? That's kind of the vibe that I got. Like, you're so focused on doing this that you're not having other areas of fun, if that makes sense. Like with me and my card reading, I love doing it and I love making my YouTube videos, but I've come to the realization that now that I'm doing it kind of more full time, I'm doing it more often, I need something else to do in my life that's fun. So it's like I'm not over consuming myself with this, because my concern is, and it's a passion of mine, but my concern is if I'm going to be doing it so often and I don't have anything else to do, am I going to not like it moving forward? You know what I mean? Like, we need to find something else that brings us fun. So to me, when I'm doing channeling, especially for a client, the way that I kind of unwind at the end is I watch a movie. And that's all well and good, but they're like, my angels and guides are like, you need to do something else. And they've made me feel that. There's some other hobby, something else that brings me joy, whether it's baking for other people, whether it's hanging out with your friends. You need to find something else, and you don't have to spend a lot of time on it, but even just like a little bit when you have your breaks, right? So you have your rest time, but you need to have like a little bit of time for fun. So what they're kind of saying here with the lion, it's like even lions know when to have fun. And if the king can take time for play, then you can too, which I thought that was really cute. So what they're saying is enjoy yourself this summer. Find a way to have fun, whether it's hanging out with your friends, dancing around to music, They're saying in your undies. It doesn't have to be in your undies. But like find something else that you enjoy doing just so that you have a little bit of a break from this. And it's like, yeah, you enjoy what you're doing or else you wouldn't be so determined to do it. Like I feel that this is a passion of yours. But there has to be something else. There has to be something else. So take some time and go swimming. Go for a hike. Do something else that really brings that joy out in you, just to give yourself a break from this so you don't kind of not necessarily overwork yourself, but that it just, it doesn't become too much of the same, right? I don't know how to explain that, because I do feel that this is an enjoyment, and I feel that it would take a lot, and they're not in my head, it would take a lot for you to be like, I don't want it, but you need more. So then they're showing me like just a little bit, like even just giving yourself like a Saturday afternoon to do something fun, like painting or anything. So it's awesome, awesome, awesome that you're determined and stay focused on that. I'm so proud of you for that, but they're saying have fun too, okay? So have some extra fun this summer, all right? Okay, pile number 2. I hope this resonated with you. Let me know if it did, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye. Okay, so group number 3, the music note. Okay, so I channeled these messages, so I didn't use the cards. But the funny thing is, when I was having a shower, I decided to put the radio on, and I just had a feeling that your song would come out on the radio, and it did. So the song that I got for you was the song Me Too by Meghan Trainor. And I like this song because it's kind of about like feeling good about yourself, right? And celebrating that. And I love how she says, if I was you, I'd want to be me too. And the way that I interpret that song, it's like, it's not like, oh, everyone should want to be me. It's kind of like, you know how you kind of compare yourself to someone and it's like, oh, that person has really nice hair, or that person has a nice life, I wish I was them. I kind of interpret it as like, instead of us being like, I wish I was them, if you were given that wish, granted that wish that you were that person, I feel like you would want to be yourself instead. So that's how I'm taking it, and especially in this reading, because I really feel that you're seeing yourself differently, and as my guides has said, you're seeing yourself more clearly. So when I say seeing yourself more clearly, it's like we're taking off the lenses of what society says we should be. We're taking off the lenses of what the magazines and all of that were telling us that we should look like or be, or what we should do or have in our lives to be successful. It's like that's gone. We're releasing that. We're moving forward. We're letting go of what's holding us down, because that's what my guides are making me feel right now. I hate when they do that. So what they're kind of making me feel was like what you have viewed as flaws in yourself before. I see you're seeing them more clearly. You're seeing them in a different way. So I was channeling this while I was showering, and like I came out and I saw myself in the mirror, and they just brought my attention like right down to my belly, which is to me a sore spot for me. It's like I don't think it's like bad, but it's not my favorite spot. So you're kind of like showing me that your flaws, things that you viewed as flaws before, it could be your physical body, but also I'm feeling that also maybe like characteristics or things within yourself that you viewed as maybe weaknesses. So they kind of made me feel like my empathy and my sensitivity, how I used to view that as being a weakness, right? In our society, often sensitivity is viewed as being a weakness. You know, you got to be strong and not cry in front of people, or, you know, you have to be like have that strength and no feeling. And sensitivity now, to me, it's like my sensitivity and my empathy is like my spirit guides want me to say superpower. That's not how I kind of feel about it, but that's me. But I would see that in someone else, right? But I just kind of think of my, like a recent reading that I did where I can tap into somebody's energy and I can feel their physical pain and I can feel what's going on inside their head and their heart. And to me, it's like, whoa, that's kind of cool. Like, I never realized that I can do that. That I am starting to see differently. They said clearly. Okay. I'm starting to see myself more clearly in that aspect. And the funny thing was, this morning, so after I had done this, I was watching a video on YouTube and the movie trailer for Spirit came up, the animated movie, and a little girl was explaining to the other one how horses can feel what we feel, right? And I used to work with horses and they definitely can, and it's like they mirror it. And that's why they're really great to work with in equine therapy, and if you have like post-traumatic stress disorder and that sort of thing. Like, I think that what they can do and that they can sense that is so amazing. But then they're kind of like, well, if it's so amazing in them, why do you see it as a weakness within yourself? And I thought that was really powerful because some things that we may think are flaws within ourselves, if we saw them in others, we might not think that, right? So again, seeing ourselves more clearly. And I really, really love that for you. Okay, so I'm also feeling that people are going to start taking notice of you, and I felt this for pile number 1, and I just feel that you're being more confident, like you have more confidence within yourself, especially with you viewing yourself in this way, right? And whatever this is, this confidence within you is attracting others, and especially with Mercury retrograde, like people from your past could be coming up, and this is what I was getting from that. So after your song, there were 2 other songs that came up, and one of them was Break Even by The Script, and it's about a guy who's singing about a relationship, an ex-relationship, and how the other person, which I'm interpreting as you, how they moved on and they're having like a good life, but this person is still kind of heartbroken. So the way I interpret this, it's like there may be someone from your past that you've dated or that has liked you, that still has feelings for you, so they may pop up. Now, it will depend on different situations of whether this person who pops back up for you, if they have, if they have genuine feelings, you'll know. I feel that you have that confidence to know. And so I don't even have to warn you about that, but like, just, there may be some people popping up in that instance where they may be like, wow, like you're looking good. I can really see your confidence radiating from you. And I want to be a part of that, right? So that's going to be different for everyone. But also, another song that came out was the song Angel by Shaggy, which I thought was kind of funny. But to me, what I was getting from that song, it's like someone may be coming out and like declaring their love for you or telling you how they feel about you. And you could have a partner right now and them do this to you. And I hope I don't cry because they made me want to cry the first time I thought about this. But it's like you could have been with someone for a long time, and these changes that are within you, I feel that this person may just like all of a sudden stop and be like, oh God, they're going to make me cry again. I know it. They're just going to stop and look at you and be like, wow, look at you. Look how far you've come, and just like really take it in, because when you're with someone all the time, whether this is a romantic partner, it could be your parents, it could be your friends, but I just feel that someone's going to be like, wow, look at you. I'm so proud of you. And thank you for not making me cry. So I just wanted, like, but I just feel that it's going to be unexpected, and it's like they're just like, you know, I didn't notice it, but it's like they're seeing you more clearly, even though they've seen you more clearly than you have yourself. But it's like this, again, this confidence that's radiating out of you, right? It's just, it's making you glow. So I love that for you. For those of you who are single and maybe dating, I feel that when you're dating, like, you're looking for something different now. And I definitely feel that you are radiating, like, this vibration where you're bringing in higher vibrational partnerships. And this could be romantic, this could be friendships, this could be even just like business partnership, or relationships that you have in your life that seem to be, you know, taking a step up. But I was definitely feeling that for you, like, you are attracting higher vibrational people in your life, people maybe you hadn't considered before. When we go through all of these changes in our lives, it's like we see ourselves and our lives more clearly too, right? And our priorities. So I kind of feel that with you. If this, again, it doesn't have to be dating, but like, especially if you are dating, that you're going to be seeing this differently. However, my team's like, however, your light is still going to attract people who are not good for you, but you have that confidence now to know the difference. It's like right away, oh, I know this person is no good for me, red flag, bye. and you are better able to see who, within relationships or friendships, who's going to be there for you really, truly, and who's just kind of there to try to like soak in that confidence. You know what I mean? I just, they're kind of making me feel like an energy vampire, where they're like, ooh, I like this. I want to, like, they're making me feel like the Little Mermaid when Ursula kind of like sucks in that essence of Ariel's voice, and like kind of like that. I think that's what that's from. Yeah, they're saying yeah. But that, like, there's gonna be people like that, but I know you're gonna be like, nope, see you, not giving you the time of day. So I really, really love this for you, group number 3. I just feel like you're feeling more confident within yourself, and I love that you're seeing yourself differently. Like, I know I keep saying that, but it's so important, because, you know, your parents might see you in a different way. Your guides especially see you in a different way than you could ever see yourself. And okay, don't make me cry on that either. But it's like you're starting to see yourself in a way that you're seeing what you have to offer, what you truly have to offer, instead of seeing yourself in like, oh, ugh, you know, my arms, and ugh, I'm this, and ugh, I'm that. And I keep making that noise. I don't know if that's how you guys feel, but that's like how I felt about myself. I'm like, ugh, okay. I don't know, I'm awkward. Ugh, I'm this. Okay, we're not ughing anymore. We are actually embracing who we are, and we're embracing all aspects of ourselves and being like, you know what, this is awesome. They're kind of making me, they're showing me my teeth, okay? So my teeth is something that, I don't know if you noticed, probably, I have one tooth that sits back, and the rest of my smile is good. It's just that one sits back, and sometimes it bothers me, sometimes it doesn't, sometimes people bring it up, especially in terms of dating. You know, I'm a little self-conscious about it, because I have had people mention it a little bit. But what they're kind of like making me feel with it, it's like, it's not really a flaw, because some people may be attracted to it, whereas other people might think, ugh. Again with the ugh. But the right people will be attracted to it. And they're just making me feel like when I was younger, I was obsessed with guys with braces. I loved them. You know, they're saying like, it adds character, right? And they made me feel that my divine counterpart, like whomever he is, wherever he is, that he thinks is the cutest smile ever, which really helped me kind of feel a little better about that. So there was an aspect of your reading, of your channeled message, where I kind of felt that someone in your life may be helping you to see things differently. Like, obviously your guides always will, especially if you need help with that. You can always ask them and say, like with me, my arms, I would say, like, angels and guides, can you please help me, like, learn to love my arms or my stomach or my tooth? Whatever it is, you can ask them. But I kind of feel that someone's coming into your life, or someone in your life is really going to help you to see those flaws differently, especially physically. And again, with that person, like professing their love for you, I just kind of feel like it's like that's an option there. And I felt for the longest time with my journey, like, I'm a twin flame, right? So I haven't met my twin yet. I felt that I had to be perfect for him to come into my life. They say you already are, and I'm just, don't make me cry. But I felt that I had to be, like, before I kind of had I have to have the perfect body for him to love me, and then they made me realize you don't. But then there are still aspects of myself that I'm still uncomfortable with, right? And I think everyone's like that. And I kind of came to the realization, it's like, okay, you know what? I don't have to 100% like love every aspect of myself, especially physically, for me to have this person in my life. And that's what they kind of made me feel. They're like, you have to love yourself. You absolutely do. But I kind of was like, he can help me. He can help me be more comfortable in with my body, right? And bring that confidence. Because I feel that when someone tells you that you have a nice smile and you're self-conscious about it, it makes you feel better. When someone tells you that your empathy is something to be proud of, that makes you feel more confident, right? And that's the thing. It's like, do you know my journey with my self-love and my confidence? My spirit guides, they've been a big part of that. And they have helped me to see myself more clearly, and I feel that it doesn't have to be just from you, and that's what I'm seeing here. It's like, again, people are taking notice. So I don't want to give other people the credit, but it's like, other people can help you see yourself more clearly, but I feel like you do. So even if you don't feel that you're fully there yet, you're getting there. And if you need help, ask your spirit guides, even if it's like a part of your character that you just feel like, oh, like with my awkwardness. Okay, guys, can you just like let me be okay with my awkwardness? Help me there. It could be something like that. But that's what I'm getting for you, group number 3. Like, I'm really proud of you. I didn't want to bring a damper down on this reading, because I really do feel the confidence that is coming out. Like, I'm just like, you're glowing. You're glowing from the inside out is what they're saying. So really, if you're having any difficulties with seeing any of what you consider flaws as being something more positive, then try to think about that in another person. Would you view that as a flaw? Okay, so that's what I'm getting for you, group number 3. Let me know if it resonates. I hope you guys have an amazing summer. I really do. And I just feel like you will. I feel that this is the summer of confidence, and I've said that in another video. This is the summer of confidence. So I'm really excited for all of you. Okay, all right, group number 3. Hopefully I'll see you next video, and thank you for watching. Bye.